Hello! Hello, everybody! Hello, everybody! Hello! Hi, hi! Hi, hi! Hello! Hi, Fufu! Hello, Sabre! Hello, Rubberball! Hi, Bailey! Hi, Nurgle! Hello! Hi, hi, everyone! Hi, hi! Hi, hi! Hi, hi! You guys ready? Today we are gonna be reading a super duper amazing, wow, wonderful story that I wrote when I was 12. I'm pretty sure that I was 12 when I wrote this. So expect the quality to be absolutely amazing. Let me turn the big light on so I can read better. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. Mama, how was your day today, everybody? How was your day today, everybody? Can you hear the BGM? I spent like the last 5 minutes before stream looking for some free non-copyright medieval BGM. But I think this one is nice. I think this one sounds nice. Big light, I'm blind. I hate the big light too. Ever since Fufu gave me this like super nice lamp, I have not been using the big light. The lamp is so much better and cozier, and yeah. Can hear it really nice? Let me know if it would be too loud or anything like that. Let me adjust my microphone a little bit. There we go. Okay. Ah! And of course, when I was 12, I could not really speak English. I mean, I could a little bit, but not enough to write a whole goddamn story, meaning this one is written in Czech. Meaning, I will be translating it for you, so if I'm a little bit slow, then that's why. I will do my best. I think I think I should do okay. Yeah! Yeah! When I was little, I had a phase when I was writing so many stories. I was writing so many stories. I finished a few, but most of them never got finished. Did you know that I actually was making a manga? And it was actually pretty good, but like, then I got kinda like, I didn't really know where the story was going, so I stopped. But it was actually pretty nice, I think. I should show you sometime. Yeah. It's not, I think I did like 3 chapters. And yeah, but I remember how the story was kinda supposed to go, but then I couldn't really figure out the ending. I couldn't figure out how to do the ending. You know, but I'll tell you about that some other time, because I feel like that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I was doing a manga, I was writing so many creepypastas, goddamn, which weren't really scary, they were mostly just very edgy, you know? Like, I remember I had a creepypasta face, of course. Yeah. And there are 2 types of creepypastas. You have creepypastas like Jeff the Killer and Ben Drowned, which is just edgy stuff, just not scary at all. It's like, oh, he was bullied and so he killed them all, and then he was insane and now he's a cool teenage killer. Yeah. And then there were the type of creepypasta that were actually like, ooh, chills. You got them chills. And I had like 3 favorite creepypasta channels. I remember they all had such a really cool voice. Yeah. Why do an end? Just make it 1000 chapters? Yeah. A lot of mangas seem to do that. They just never end, and they don't seem like they are close to an end. So, yeah, that's also a plan, you know? Creepypastas were the predecessor of Joker. Oh my god, Joker is a creepypasta. Joker is a creepypasta. It's an edgy creepypasta. Absolutely. Oh my god. You are absolutely right. Oh my. Is the connection okay? I feel like we might be lagging a little bit. In OBS it shows me that we are in the red zone, which is not good. Are we good? Are we okay? I think we should be okay now. I don't know if that was weird. Okay. Well. Are you ready to go on the journey? Oh, also, before we start, maybe before some, more people come in, I wanted to show you some of my old art that I drew of this story. Cause I was very obsessed with this story that I was writing. All the cool OCs, And so I was drawing a lot. And I wonder if I can find some stuff. Let me see. I think I already looked like a week ago for the art. Dun, 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 dun. Where are they? My phone is gonna die soon. It has one hickin percent. I can just find them on my computer. Give me a second, because I wanna show you. Where is my first... Okay, when I draw, I have a folder, and the folder is called, like, for fun, or like just because, I guess you could translate it. And yeah, that's how I called my first art folder just for fun, and then I made it just for fun too, and now I have just for fun 3. And I am trying to find the first folder, and I can't find it. No, do I not have it? That would be bad. I don't want to lose my old art. No. That would be sad. Let me grab a charger. I should have some stuff on my phone. Now, where is my charger? Whoa. Is my charger downstairs? Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, I'm so not prepared. You should have it? I can't find it. Yeah, I don't know. Charger is downstairs. Yeah, I guess it is. I can't find the folder. I have some stuff on my old Instagram, but I cannot log into my old Instagram because I don't remember my password. Okay. 1%, we got this. Come on, don't die on me, my phone. You got this. Yeah, here's the manga that I was telling you about. I'll show you that some other time. But yeah, let me take a few screenshots of these. I know I have a bunch of more arts in that one folder, but I don't know where that is. So maybe we're gonna do a part 2. If you guys will have fun, if this is fun, we can do more parts. Okay, I found 3 arts of the main character. Her name is Reese. Yeah. Oh, here they are both. Okay, I got some more. You will see my old amazing art skills. Okay, let me just download all of this. Yeah, so cool. Wow, so cool. Okay. Let me see. It's almost done. I'm so sorry. I should have done this before stream, but I kind of forgot. I'm so sorry. Okay, I got it downloaded. Let me show ya. To be honest, I lost most of my old art somewhere. My parents threw my old art in the trash. We did the looking at my old art stream once, and I knew I had one big folder that was the most interesting. It was full of my old OCs and stories and stuff, and they threw it out. And when I got mad, when I got really sad, my mom was like, well, we couldn't have known that you would ever want it for a stream. It's not just for the stream, Mom. What about memories? Anyway. Anyway, let me show you. So. Here are. This is the main character. Her name is Rhys. It's spelled R-Y-S-S. Rhys. And here's some more. Let me see. Here's her again. Wow, look at that beautiful art. Here's more. He's so cool. That background is not mine. I stole it. But don't tell anybody, okay? That cool night sky, I did not draw that. That is stolen. Okay. Here are they both. Wait. Here are they both. This is her and the guy she fights with. Yeah, it's I just realized that it's enemies to lovers. Actually, I wrote enemies to lovers. Also, I redrew this art when digitally and when it's traditional. Yay, here they are! These are my two OCs that the story is about. I really like this one. I really like this old art style that I had. She's a Herobrine? Yeah, she is, and you will know why. I don't know why, but I really liked making my OC's eyes blank. When I was making my Miraculous Ladybug OC, she also had Herobrine eyes. I just thought it looked cool. Piracy is a crime. I do it more. I was a criminal ever since I was a child. Okay then, should we keep one of the images here? Maybe this one with both of them. Yeah, let's keep it here so you can see how the guys look like. Also, the story is called The Chosen Ones. So cool. Wow. It's gonna be so full of like the most cliche stuff you've ever heard, but I was 12 and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. Yeah, let me blow my nose. I'm still sick. It doesn't want to go away. I'm still coughing and, yeah. Okay. No, it is still gonna be better than new movies. What do you mean new movies? Nobody makes new movies anymore. It's all remakes. Anyway. So, I'm gonna be translating this in real time, so if I'm a little bit slow, then please be patient with me. Okay. Shall we start? Okay, let the story begin. Okay. The Chosen Ones. Chapter 1. The War. Okay, I feel like it's gonna be really like boom 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 ba bam ba bam at the beginning, and we have a super chill music. So let me find one music that's gonna be like for the fight scenes, and then we can have this one for the chill scenes. How about that? Fantasy fight music. No Copyright. Let's okay, how about this one? They say this is no copyright. Wow, so epic. Wow, okay. Okay, chapter 1. The war. Queen! Wait, I gotta get into this. This is my first time trying to translate something like this. Queen! King Eretes is is attacking us again. Our soldiers are so tired. They are dying. We can't continue like this, said the main general? I think so. General of the Queen Alumi. He was he was catching his breath, and in his eyes you could see fear in his eyes. The queen looked at him and said, "Send all the men we have. I know it's hard, but we need to fight, and I am gonna repay them handsomely." I don't know with what. It doesn't seem like you are in a good financial situation, honey, but okay. Queen, you know the dark magic of King Eretes is stronger every day. His soldiers are unstoppable. But we can't lose. The queen started yelling. She knew that the general was right. Ever since the king was on the throne, he put a spell on his people, a spell of dark magic. His kingdom was getting bigger and bigger, and yeah. Okay, please be patient with me. I'm doing my best. Army of the Queen Alumi is the only one that could maybe defeat his army. Like match his strength. If King Eretes also got this kingdom, he would be unstoppable, and that's why Queen Alumi was so yeah. That's why winning, they had to win at all cost. Yeah. Okay. Do your best, and next time find some other people who can help us from different kingdoms. Yes, my queen, said the general, and he left. King Eretes lost. After the battle, General Lucas came to the king. Okay. So we lost again, said the king, and he was looking from a big window in the middle of his room. Wow, that's not cliche at all. Yes, sir, but we can see that the army of the queen is tired. And with your magic, we have nothing to worry about. Soon the kingdom will be ours, said the general. Scared? Or I guess worry, said the king. He put his head down and closed his eyes. Wow. He started laughing. Yeah, we really don't have to worry. By the way, I noticed that the race was quite great today. Bring her to me. But, sir, Regis King, yelled Lucas. The king didn't let him speak. Do you have a problem with that? He looked at him with his bright red eyes. Oh my god, he's hot. Lucas stopped for a while. Then he turned around, and with a frowny face, he said no, and then he left. Honestly, it's kind of funny how it's making me to write again. Really? I actually love this so much. It's so like, it's so like, so much. Okay. The king wants to speak with you. He looked at Riz when he finally found her. Riz got up and went to Lucas. When she passed him, she whispered, I think he's finally gonna give me a raise. Maybe I'm gonna get to your status? No, I'm like gonna replace you. Maybe I'm gonna replace you. She smiled. If I were you... Oh, that's Lucas speaking. If I were you, I would shut up, said Lucas, and he brought her to the king. For a long time I've been watching you. Right after Lucas, you are the best from our whole army, said the king. Riz looked at Lucas with a smirk on her face. Lucas is leading the army to the battle, so this quest? No, this thing what? Wait, give me a second. This doesn't make sense, huh? What? This is... Lucas is leading the army to the battle, so this... assignment, I don't know. I can't leave it to him, to Lucas? Why? I don't know. Okay, I guess he doesn't wanna give Riz... like the... So that, like, he doesn't want Riz to lead the army. I guess it was a typo, I guess. I don't know, okay. The queen can also use magic, even though she's trying to hide it. Her whole kingdom is protected, but it weakens. And she is also weakening. Her magic is weakening. I found a place through which we can get inside the kingdom. Okay, I need a translator. How the heck do you say Ukal? Task! Your task, yeah. Your job, yeah, that also makes sense. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Her whole kingdom is protected, but it weakens, and her magic is weakening too. I found a place through which we can get inside the kingdom. Your task is to get inside and get rid of all the traps that may be there. You can count on me, said Riz, and left. Why didn't you give that task to me? I could do both, yelled Lucas angrily. The king's eyes turned red even more. He turned around fast and yelled angrily, "I have my reasons." The ground started shaking. Weirdly, you couldn't see any fear on Lucas. Okay. He would like to say something more, but he knew that the king would get angry and that would not be really okay. So he just frowned and left angrily. That's the end of chapter 1! What do you guys think so far? Isn't it epic? Isn't it epic? I actually am having quite a lot of fun. I hope I'm doing okay with the translating. I'm sorry that I'm getting a little bit stuck sometimes. Okay. But I hope it's fine. I hope it's okay. Okay. It's really fun, yippee! An exciting story. Hell yeah. So that's how we met one of our characters. That was Riz. And now in chapter 2, I think we're gonna find the other boy. The boy. Okay. Chapter 2. Disappointment. Oh, disappointment. What happens? Okay, let's see. The queen started being desperate. The next battle was starting soon, and it seemed like the other kingdoms will not give Queen Alumi any of their soldiers any help. Luckily, a king that was a friend of the queen gave her his best fighter, Eric, to help the queen. Okay. I feel like they should like all come together and fight the king, shouldn't they? Like they said, the kingdom of Queen Alumi is the strongest one. If they get this kingdom, they will be unstoppable. Why wouldn't the other kingdoms like give everything they can to this queen, or like join her and like fight, you cowards? Oh my god. Okay. Hi, Foxy. Okay, so they gave her one best fighter. Okay. Named Eric. He's the boy. That's the boy. Eric came inside the door and he bowed. The queen stood up. "I'm happy that you came here. You will help us a lot." "Of course, my queen," said Eric. I would like you to protect a specific place." She pointed out the window at the place that she knew isn't protected in any way. Okay. Eric didn't question anything and left. The second day, the battle began. "This is my chance to show what's inside me. What's in me? What I can do," thought Riz. When Lucas started the battle, she pulled out her bow and... Bow? What a lame weapon to have in a battle like this. And rushed into the fight, the battle. She passed many people before she got to the place. Okay, I guess she like killed the people. I don't know, I'm writing very weirdly here, but... okay. Balls? No, a bow! A bow! Do you see that she... I guess her main weapon is a bow, which... Wow, what a bad choice of weapon! When you are, like, in the middle of the battle. Choose a sword, goddammit! But, you know, I guess I thought bows were cool! Okay. Okay. Yes! I did it! Her thought was, wait. Her thinking was stopped by a fast, boom. How do I translate this? Oh my god, this is way more difficult than I thought. Oh boy. She bumped into something. She opened her eyes. Eric stood before her. She got up quickly and went back to battle. She couldn't stand the thought that she would lose now. Yeah, she needs to look cool in front of the king! Come on, girl, you got this! She jumped high into the air and fell behind Eric's back. She has a sword! Okay, she pulled out her sword quickly and was prepared to stab Eric in the back. But he turned around and pushed her on the ground. It all happened so quickly that Riz let go of her sword and her hood fell off her face, her head. Okay, so she was wearing a cape this whole time. The cape revealed her blonde hair with one light strand of hair and her white glowing eyes without any pupils that all the fighters from Ertes' army had. It was the side effect of dark magic that was controlling them. Eric put a sword to her neck, but Thris didn't stop. She grabbed one arrow that laid next to her, that fell when she fell. Wow, what a great translation, Mike. And she did a swoosh and scratched Eric's eye in the eye. Oh boy. He jumped back, and Riz had a chance to get up. They stood face to face. Eric still stood next to the unprotected place. Riz knew that she escaped just very it was God damn it, I can't translate. No, her name is not Riz. Not Riz. No. No. Let me translate something again. Like it was close, I guess. Okay, I'll do my best. Riz knew that this was really close, that she, escaped. And that if she started fighting again, that would probably not be a good idea. She knew that she would get punished for this, but she couldn't continue. Wow, what a bad fighter. She turned around to Lucas and nodded for him to end the battle. he didn't have any problem with that, because he knew for this battle, for this loss, Riz was responsible. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. She was responsible for this loss. Everybody get back! He yelled as loud as he could. That's not possible! Yelled the king when Riz came to him. She sadly put her head down. She looked at Lucas, that was standing next to the king. He had a big smile on his face. I'm sorry, he was too strong, said Riz. How is it possible that you defeat tens of people and now you cannot defeat a single one? Riz bowed her head down. It is obvious that I cannot give this task to you. Instead of you, Lucas will do this. Lucas started smiling even more. I won't punish you, but with a race, forget about it. And now leave. Riz bowed again and left. Ooh, she got in trouble! But damn, you didn't even get hurt, miss. You didn't even get hurt. You just fell down. And then you were like, got up and you were like, oh, he's too strong. And you ran away. Wow, what a bad fighter. What a bad fighter. But yeah, you see how Eric has a scratch on his eye? You see. That's from this battle. That's from this battle. How do you spell the name? R-Y-S-S. Right, like this. This is her name. Okay. So, chapter 3. The magic book, I guess. It could have been worse, said Riz to herself when she went outside to breathe some air. She went into a small forest near the kingdom. After some time, she got to the edge of a cliff and she sat down. In front of her, there was the battle place. A long time ago, there was a big field. A big field full of flowers. And now, there's just an empty place where people are dying. Suddenly she heard a sound that stopped her from thinking. The wolves. She recognized the sound. And she grabbed her bow. Okay. God damn it! I forgot to bring my weapons! Really? She heard the wolves getting closer. Riz couldn't do anything else than run away. She ran back. She ran back by on the path where she ran back. The wolves were right behind her. When Riz finally got to the castle, the gate was closed, and so she ran to the back side where she found small doors. Maybe to a basement? She opened them and quickly went inside. Around her, she saw lots and lots of old books. How come I never saw this place before? I live here. I have lived here for 6 years. I know every part of this castle. She looked at the corner of the room of the library. There was lying a beautiful old black book with the name The Chosen Ones. Riz came to it and she wanted to open it, but in that moment she heard how the door opened. She quickly hid behind one of the bookshelves. She heard the King Artis and Lucas how they came inside. Okay. They both came to the book that Riz was looking at a while ago. Finally, you found the book, said the king. Yes, and inside there is even a map to the Empire. Okay. There is even a map to the Empire. The army is already on its way, said Lucas, and he pulled out a map from the book. Oh, excellent, smiled the king and left. Lucas put the book back on its place and started going towards the exit. Riz came out from her hiding place and opened the book again on a random page. 2 chosen ones, dark evil in the darkest of times, will help with the help of ancient magic. As she was reading, she got stabbed by a voice behind her back. What the fuck are you doing here? Wow, I'm guessing! What the fuck are you doing here? Yelled Lucas. Oh, he's yelling. What the fuck are you doing here? So yelled Lucas. Riz quickly ripped a page from the book and hid her in her pocket. Wow, I'm cursing! Well, I'm not actually cursing, I just don't know how to translate this without cursing. Oh, you know, I'm just looking for something to read. Stop making fun of me! How did you even get here? Well, the door was open, so with the door. Locking the door is your responsibility, by the way. Stop fucking with me! Wow! I can get rid of you anytime. No, you can't. The king would not like that, and you know that. Just leave. Riz left. Wow. The next day, when the battle was happening, Riz hid under a hill behind a... God damn it. Translator, help me! She hid in a ditch, okay. Wow, she's just like ditching the battle in a ditch, literally. When the next battle was happening the next day, Riz hid in a ditch, so nobody could see her, and she pulled out the ripped page from the book. She was reading it for a long time, and she was looking at it and reading it for a long time. On the back side was written something in a different language. She was reading it for so long that she forgot to pay attention that nobody would see her. Riz, she heard behind her again the voice of Lucas. She quickly stood up and let go of the page. That's a page from the magic book. From the magic book of the chosen ones. He got angry and he grabbed Riz by her arm. I had enough of this. Lucas took Riz to the king, to King Eretis. When he found out what happened, he got so angry like he never got before. Wow. Wow! It's so dramatic! I'm loving this! I'm loving this so much! Okay, I need to translate something again. What? I've never heard this word before. Famine-stricken?
Famine-stricken.
Famine-stricken. The place where you torture somebody with hunger. Famine-stricken? Really? Wow, okay, what a weird word. Never heard that one before. It's such a straightforward plot. I love it. It's the most cliche thing ever, but it's so funny and oh my god. To the famine-stricken, whatever that heckin' is. Log her up and don't let her go outside. I did not expect this from you. The king is so nice. Like, he should have just killed her right and there. But I guess he wants to torture her, but like, The guards grabbed her and were taking her to the famine-stricken.
Famine-stricken.
Famine-stricken, okay. Famine is a widespread or very strong hunger. Stricken is past tense of struck by? Interesting, okay. You really messed this up, huh? Laughed the guards. You will be locked in there forever, or I guess until you die by hunger. Haha. Riz put her head down and she smiled. Oh, you think so? She said, and she yanked. She yanked herself. Is that a good word? I don't know what else to use. Okay. Oh, you think so? She said, and she yanked herself so that the guards would let her go. She jumped out of the window. No! No, what? No, she did not. No, she did not! She jumped up and smacked both of them until they fell to the ground. Before they could think, Now she jumped out of the window! She jumped out of a small window. Find her and bring her here! Yelled Lucas when he found out about that. This cannot be happening. When Riz left, she managed to grab her weapons. Then outside, she climbed the castle walls and got lost in the distance. That was the end of chapter 3. So translation might not be fully accurate, since it sounds more like a description of someone who has suffered the torture rather than a place of said torture. I see. Weird. Okay. You guys having fun? What do you think about the story so far? I remember a few things that are gonna happen. I know there's gonna be something more about Lucas. And I know about somebody who's gonna die, but like, yeah, I don't remember much. I like how she jumps out of a small window and oh yeah, she has her weapons again. I guess she like jumped out, like not outside the castle, but like in like the castle, like inside. And in some like, I don't know, in a chest somewhere she quickly grabbed her stuff and ran away. Somehow I am imagining this in as if I was like playing Kingdom Come. Oh, you already know I have the Kingdom Come brain rot. I love it. It's like the storyline of a cartoon I watched as a kid. Hell heckin' yeah. Hell heckin' yeah. Okay. So let's read some more. You guys ready for what's gonna happen next? This is so intense. This is so dramatic and so intense. I love it. Okay. Chapter 4. Hiding. It is very difficult to translate some of these things because in Czech we have so many different expressions on how to say like the same thing pretty much. So I keep repeating myself, but in the book I'm not repeating myself that much. I just don't know how else I could translate it. I don't know. I'm not doing the best job with the translation, but yeah, no, I think it's fine. Is it okay? Am I doing okay? I hope it's not too, you know. Okay. Chapter 4. Hiding. Oh, this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be like the biggest, like what? Okay. Maybe they are not fighting anymore. So maybe we can... Okay. Riss ran into the forest and hid there. Lucas was right. This was too much. Where can I go now? In my kingdom, they want to lock me up, and in other kingdoms, I'm the enemy. But do I have a different... I cannot go there, but do I have a different option? Maybe if I hide my face or something, then I could be there for a while. So she put her cape on her head so that you couldn't see into her face. Because she definitely does not have like a uniform or something. No, if you have a cape, if you have a hood or whatever on your head so that people cannot see your face, you are not suspicious at all and nobody can recognize you. That's how it works. After a few minutes, she got to the castle of the Queen Alumi. She was lucky. Outside, the guards were practicing some fighting, and so Riz sneakily went inside the castle. So easy. They are in the middle of a war. And she's just like, oh, they're not paying attention. Let me sneak in. Okay. Okay. She saw beautiful but poor place. They had to spend all their money for the fighting against Ertes. Riz was really hungry. She went inside a near pub and asked for some food. 5 golden coins, said the lady. I don't have any, said Riz. So she grabbed her weapons, but she doesn't have any monies. But I guess they don't get any monies. I guess. I don't have any, said Riz. Well, then you can't have any. Okay. Riz turned around and went outside. She accidentally bumped into some big guy who stood in front of the pub. You got a problem, little guy? He asked angrily. Well, yeah, you're standing in my way, said Riz. People around started laughing. What did you just say? He got even more angry. I said that you are in my way. Oh no, she said calmly. I said that you are in my way, she said calmly. The man got angry for the first time and punched Riz in the face. Riz lifted her head up. So we're gonna fight? With a little guy like you, I would win even if I was blindfolded. Ha ha ha. He laughed. This is so edgy. So show me. If I win, you give me 10 golden coins. But if I lose, I will give you my sword, she said, and she pulled out her silver sword. You can't be serious. But sure, why not? He said and got ready to fight. Fight! Yelled somebody from the crowd. The man, oh boy. The fight scenes are the worst to translate, really. The man ran towards Riz and tried to punch her, but it was no use. Riz dodged his punches every time. Come here, you small fuck. How am I supposed to not curse? I am not actually cursing, but English people, you need to have more curse words that are not actually curse words, okay? Come here, you little... Oh boy. He yelled and he ran towards Riz again. She jumped to the side and kicked him in his arm. He turned around and continued fighting. By the end, when he was running, again, he's just running. Riz got on the ground and like made him fall. Like made him trip over her and made him fall. He fell to the ground. Riz grabbed a bag of money from his belt. That's exactly how much I need, she said, and put the bag in her pocket. While she was enjoying her victory, she didn't notice that the guy got up and went towards her. He yelled and kicked Riz in the back. She did not expect that, and so she fell. Once she fell, her hood fell from her head, and everybody saw. She has white eyes! She has white eyes! She's from the army of King Arates! Get her! Get her! Riz quickly got up and started running. I'm curious what words might use there originally. For the come here, you little something. I don't know how to not swear in English. I said pot sem ty malá mrcho, which, well, yeah, is like a nicer way to curse at somebody. Oh, the white eyes. Yeah, that would be noticeable. She should have just wore sunglasses, really. Like, yo, just go get some shades. Well, this didn't take long, she thought when she was running. The people were right behind her. She ran in a small alley and looked around her. Where now? She said nervously. Then she jumped into some window and hid there. She heard the voices of the people getting quieter. She sighed and fell to the floor. Like, but it was cool. Like she... She leaned against the wall and slowly fell down. And sat down. Yeah. My translation is so good. Hi, Michael, hello. The window hopper, she keeps jumping in windows. Okay. She heard steps getting closer. Somebody's in there! What the? Said Eric once he got in the room. Yo! It's Eric! It's Eric's house! Out of all the houses that she could have jumped in, it was his house. You! They both said, confused, when they looked at each other. How did you get here? Eric started yelling. I had to hide somewhere. I need to translate this again. Oh yeah, restadret. Being tired after all of that. Here? What the heck are you even doing in this kingdom? Riz didn't know what to say. In the room came a little girl. Brother, what's happening? You know how in fiction siblings just are calling each other, hey sister, hello brother, hi little brother, hi big sister. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. That's so weird. I would never call my brother my big brother, you know. That's weird. Hello, brother. That's just... Nobody does that. That's a thing that only happens in movies. Big brother, what's happening here? She broke into our house. I'm gonna call... in... He turned around to look at Riz, but she was already gone. She ran away. Who? Asked little Annie, her big brother. Annie was a 9-year-old little girl who had to move with Eric in this kingdom so that Eric could help the queen anytime she needed to. Okay, sure, the guy, but why the little girl? Why did he take the little girl to war? Wherever she was before, she was more safe. Even if she didn't have any other family, don't like bring your 9-year-old little sister to war. Hopped through a window, I bet. She definitely did. Okay. Isn't that only in anime? It is a big thing in anime, yeah. It is definitely a big anime thing, but I think they do it in other movies too. John! Oh my god. I can't get over that! He just... Okay. Shut up. You know, she has to be there for the plot. Okay. They were there for a week and Annie couldn't find a single friend there. Okay. Weird lore drop, but okay. Nobody, said Eric and went outside. Nobody's doing anything. They are all like, oh, an intruder. A very, very dangerous intruder from the kingdom who is trying to, you know, take over our kingdom. And everybody is like, oh, get her. But once she is gone, they are like, oh well, must have been the wind. Like nobody tells the queen, nobody tells the guards. It's your story, don't complain to us. Okay. Hi, Eris. Sorry. Okay. Nobody, said Eric, and he went outside. Annie got a little mad. Eric never paid any attention to her. Yeah, she was 9 and Eric was 19, but that was not a reason for him to ignore her. Poor little girl. She just should have stayed in the other kingdom. Well, anyway. Meanwhile, Riss ran to a place where that she didn't know? What? Huh? Riss ran to a place that she didn't recognize, but that was not possible. What? After the effects of dark magic on a human... What? Oh, she did recognize the place! Oh, I was like, what? Okay, sorry. She did recognize the place. Oops. Okay, sorry, let me blow my nose. Skyrim inspired NPCs. Oh my god, totally. We don't see her, so she isn't here. Exactly. She must have gone back to her kingdom. No need to worry. Sorry. ASMR. Enjoy. Okay. So again. Meanwhile, Riss ran to a place that she kinda recognized, but that was not possible. After the effects of dark magic on a human, their memories got completely wiped. But now that she was thinking about it, at the same time, it was almost impossible to not listen to the king, like not do as they were told. Nobody has ever done what they didn't have, what they weren't told to do. Especially ran away, and Riss did not get that. Her whole The whole 6 years, she lived completely normally. She followed the rules. She was lost. She couldn't go back, and she couldn't stay here. She heard a boom in the distance. When she looked, she saw that Eret's army was attacking again. What? But the last battle was just a while ago. Why are they attacking so quickly again? But then she realized. Okay. But then she realized, under the effect of dark magic, his people were almost not tired at all. On the other hand, the people from Queen Alumi, they did get tired. They know that they are tired. What a great writing! They know that they are tired and they cannot go for much longer and they will give up. What a great... Wow! What a great writing. Eric bravely ran in the battle. Like before, he was taking care of the weak spot. This time he didn't... This time he didn't know that he was useless there, since Riz is not in the army anymore to fight with him. He was waiting that the king will send somebody else. Send somebody normal from his army. He had no idea what was waiting for him. In the moment when he was expecting it the least, Lucas jumped at him. They were fighting. They were fighting. Eric was doing whatever he could. Yelling. He was fighting, but Lucas was so strong. Extremely strong. He moved fast and scratched Eric in the shoulder. He grabbed his wound. He was bleeding. Okay, wait, they are fighting again. We need to have fight music again. He was bleeding. Brother! Yelled Annie, that was watching all of it happen from the distance. She had tears in her eyes. She had to do something, but she couldn't. She ran to Riz and asked her for help. She saw her before from the window. This is getting weird. Now it's getting very messy, but that's okay. Just bear with me, okay? Annie's in the army as well. I guess she's just watching from her house, from the window, like, oh, they are fighting. Oh no, my brother is hurt. Oh, I gotta ask the weird lady for help. Because I don't know what to do. She's not in the battle, she's just watching. She's witnessing hundreds of deaths. No, it's for the lore. Yeah. Okay. She was crying and running towards Riz. Riz noticed her and looked at her with confused look. You have to help him! My brother will die! What? said Riz, but then she felt something weird. As if in little Annie she saw herself. Back then, when her city got attacked by the army and they killed her parents. Oh my god, she's Henry! She's Henry! She is Henry! I'm still talking about Kingdom Come. I am so sorry. They killed her parents who were trying to protect her. They took Riz and made her one of their soldiers. Wait! Riz started shaking and felt really nervous. I remember? She looked at Annie. She wanted to say yes, but she felt like she just can't. No, I'm sorry. Annie looked at Riz with sad eyes, and tears were running down her cheeks. Please, I will tell the queen something so you can live with us. She yelled. Riz got kinda interested in that. Oh, the living crisis. Just like in real life, am I right? Am I right? Riz got a little interested in that. After a little while of thinking, she finally said yes and ran to help Eric for the house, for the free living. She will betray her kingdom. My. I keep hearing my name. I'm scared. No, she's not called Eris. She's called Riz. Just Riz. Not Riz. Like a Rizzler. Riz. Ryss. Boy, oh boy. Living without rent. Hold on, let me save the world real quick. Exactly. Okay, that was the end of chapter 4. Oh boy, excuse me. Oh boy, excuse me again. Sorry about that. Funnily enough, I also hear my name from time to time. Eric and Arik. Yeah. Oh my god, it's Eris and Arik. The story is about you two. Okay, let me drink some water. You guys having fun? I'm having fun. Is the BGM okay? Can you even hear the BGM? I feel like you can't almost not hear the BGM. Okay. It's really fun for me. Hell yeah! Let's go! Okay, I kinda need to pee, but we will get one more chapter and then I will go pee. I mean, idol meeting or whatever. Okay, if the BGM is too loud, too quiet, if you can't hear anything, you should be able to hear something. So yell at me and I will make it quieter or louder or whatever. Okay, chapter 5, magic. Eric was fighting as much as he could, but against Lucas, he was the weaker one. He fell to the ground and he tried to get up again, but Lucas put his leg on his back and attacked. Oh, and pushed him on the ground even more with his leg. He smiled evilly. Let me translate again. Stretch? That doesn't seem right. Well, he smiled evilly and swooshed his sword to the air. His sword was coming down fast. Right on Eric. Boy, how am I supposed to translate this? His sword was coming down fast, right on Eric, who had his last seconds to live. But then he opened his eyes. Risk quickly crashed. Risk quickly crashed into Lucas and smashed him against the wall. She was with heavy breath. She looked at him. Lucas slowly got up. Riz? He said quietly. He was confused, but mostly he was angry. While Riz and Lucas were heavily breathing, Annie quickly ran towards Eric, laying on the ground with wounds all over his body. Annie? What the hell are you doing here? Go away! It's dangerous! He tried to yell, but he was really weak. Annie frowned and helped him get up. I'm not gonna let you die here! She leaned his body against her and took him to a safer place. So, you decided that you are gonna work with the enemies, huh? Smiled Lucas. Said Lucas and smiled. This is how you... What? This is how you pay to live here, he asked again. Riz did not answer. Oh, so you went deaf, huh? He laughed quietly. Riz was really not in the mood for Lucas's jokes. They were in the middle of a fight. She put her sword to Lucas's neck. You think that you could beat me? Lucas suddenly looked really serious. Riz threw herself at him. Lucas, of course, dodged and attacked back. They started fighting. Lucas never saw Riz like this. He knew that she could fight, but he did not expect this. Riz hated him, and to fight with him, she gave her all. Ooh, she finally got to fight the guy that she hates! Yay! This is so cool! Kill him. Actually, I simp for Lucas. I also drew him! Okay, I will not be able to find the art, but Lucas is a guy with long white hair and well, his eyes are blank, but a little spoiler, sometimes his eyes have this color, the same as Riz does, this golden color. So golden eyes and white hair, my oh my. He kinda looks like the Witcher, but without a beard. He doesn't have a beard. He just has long white hair and golden eyes. It's his smash if I didn't have a boyfriend. I think you can say smash even if you do have a boyfriend. Okay. Riz hated him, and to fight with him she gave her all. Lucas could not hit her at all. Suddenly, it was quiet. Riz stood in front of Lucas, and they were looking at each other. Riz was acting really weird, and Lucas noticed that. Suddenly, Riz's eyes looked different. Still white, but they were glowing. Riz put her hand. Riz raised her hand towards the sky. What the fuck? Said Lucas. Riz clenched her fist, and at that moment, there was a sudden glow that shined around Riz and destroyed everything. Annie and Eric saw that from distance and ran back towards the battle place to see what happened. Artis's army was going back. For some reason, the army of the queen were not that affected. After about 30 minutes, Riz came back to her senses. She went to the avatar state! Totally! Oh my god! This is her avatar state! She's the avatar. She's the last airbender. My oh my! I guess that was my inspiration for that. Okay. After about 30 minutes, Riz came back to her senses, but something was different. Her beautiful golden eyes. Annie and Eric stood next to her when she got up. Are you okay? asked Annie quickly. I think so, said Riz, really confused. Yeah, she's fine, said Eric, not with a really nice tone, and he left. What's up with him? said Annie to herself, and she helped Riz got back up. She saw her eyes. What's up with your eyes? asked Annie. Maybe for some reason I am not under the king's dark magic anymore, she said quietly, and she smiled at Annie. She smiled back at her. Come on, I'll show you where you can live, said Annie with a smile, and she helped Riz get to their house. Oh, you have to be kidding me, yelled Eric when Annie told him that Riz will be now living with them. She saved you, Annie yelled back at him. You could not have asked me before you did that. Well, how could I? You were dying, Eric. Even Even so, you cannot just bring her here. Well, for once, just let me do it. Just let me do something for once. Eric got angry and he locked himself in his room. Annie screamed and came to Riz. Can we go outside? She asked. Well, we can. They left, and Eric was left at home alone. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. I can't be mad at her. He whispered for himself, and sadly sat on the floor. This is wonderful. Nice work, Maifu. Sorry, had to be a little lucky. Hi, Pedro. I'm happy you're enjoying it. He felt terrible after he yelled at Annie. After a while of just sitting there, he looked around. He decided to apologize. He grabbed his long black coat and went outside. He knew where Annie went, on a field where she liked to play with the butterflies. After a long sandy road, he went to the beautiful field full of flowers. He stood under a tree and looked for Annie. What he saw, he did not expect. Annie was sitting there with Riz, and she was smiling, like she was not for a long time. Okay, close your eyes, he heard saying Riz. Annie closed her eyes, and after a while she opened them, and Riz was not in front of her anymore. Riz? Called Annie? No, what? No, I should have been behind you. She heard. What? Annie turned around and saw Riz hanging from the tree with head pointing down. She was looking at her for a while, and then she started laughing. Riz was laughing too. I guess she has superpowers now, and she was trying to like teleport behind her, but she did it wrong, and now she's in a tree. Just in case you did not understand that, because that was very confusing. Eric still did not want for Riz to live with them, but Annie looked so happy. He went towards them. Annie? He said. Riz came back, climbed down the tree and went towards Eric. Annie looked back and... Oh no. Annie turned around and looked at Eric with a confused face, confused expression. I wanted to apologize. Okay, she can live with us until she doesn't find anything else, he said, still kinda angry. Annie looked at him and smiled. Thank you, she said. Suddenly, everybody heard stomping of horses. The guards of the queen. They found out where Riz is. Riz immediately started running. Riz! Yelled Annie, and she ran after her. Annie, no! Called Eric and he grabbed her by her arm. So we won't help her? No, she has to deal with this alone. Annie wanted to snatch herself from Eric, but Riz was already too far away anyway, so she would not be able to catch up. Where did she go? Oh, Where did she go? Asked the guards when they came in the forest. Where Riz was hiding, sorry. Riz was hiding behind a big tree near the road. She was looking how the guards were looking for her. Oh no. She saw how the guards were leaving. Just must have been the wind again. She sighed with relief. She climbed the tree and made sure that the guards were far away. Sadly, they decided to split up, and now they were everywhere. She decided to sneakily sneak out. Without anybody know. She was hiding behind the trees and was trying to get out. "Stop right there!" she suddenly heard. Slowly she turned around. One of the guards saw her, and now he was pointing his crossbow. Where did I left off? Now he was pointing at her with his crossbow. He saw her eyes. He leaned to his friend and he whispered, "Are you sure it's her?" he asked. "Well, she looks just like they described her to us." Well, yeah, but what about her eyes? They are not blank." Well, yeah. But let's take her to the queen." They grabbed her by the arms and took her to the queen outside. Riz was trying to get away, and she was trying to grab her sword. "Don't you try anything funny," called one of the guards, and pointed his weapon at her. Okay, she said, and turned back. Turned back? What? Okay, she said. And that's the end of chapter 5. Now they are gonna take her to the queen. Wow, and I need to go pee. Wow, what do you guys think so far? Okay, I'll be right back, everybody, okay? Give me 3 minutes. I guess I can leave the music playing. Okay, I'll be right back. Wah! I came back. I am back. Hello. Hi, everybody. The story is actually so slay. You think so? Yay! Yippee! So you're having fun. Okay. So shall we continue? Shall we continue? We are in chapter 6. Chapter 6 does not have any name. Is that an artistic choice? No, it is not. I probably just forgot. Welcome back. Did you wash your hands? Of course I did. Or if I did not, and now I'm gonna touch your face. What if? Anyway. Hi. Okay. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. Sorry for being gross. Nah, I did wash my hands. Washing hands is overrated. I am giving you the side-eyed, Cyber. Okay. Chapter 6. The guards took her inside the castle to see Queen Alumi. "This is her," said the guards, and threw this on the ground. She got up and looked at Queen Alumi. Her eyes were beautifully blue, and her hair was silver hair. "How did you get inside our kingdom?" she asked. It is It is hesitantly looked down. Where did I left off? Yeah. I ran away from King Aratis. I don't even know how I could do that. And also I remember a lot of things. Even though the dark magic was supposed to wipe my memories. I had to go somewhere, she said. The queen noticed her eyes. She never met anybody who was acting against the king's commands. That did not change anything, though. She was still an enemy who can be dangerous to them. She could not stay here, and not even in a prison. "Kill her," she said after a while. The guards grabbed her, but Riz, I'm so sorry. That doesn't seem right. How do I say this? How do you translate this word? Kill her, the queen said after a while. The guards grabbed her, but Riz, with all her strength, yanked herself. I don't know. "The chosen ones!" she yelled. The guard stopped, and the queen stood quietly. I know about the chosen ones. The king had the book in his library. I can help you. The queen was looking at her for a while, but then she went down the stairs towards Riz. I even got to take one of the pages, said Riz, and from her bag, she pulled out the page. The queen took it and carefully looked at it. She told the guards to leave. In the room, there was only Riz and the queen. Why are we here alone? Asked Riz. The queen continued looking at the page. She put the page on a small table near the wall and put her hand towards the page. The page started glowing, and around the queen there was a slight glowing aura. Riz got a little scared. She was looking at the queen. You have magic? She asked. The queen sighed and quickly looked at Riz. Suddenly, near the page, there was a map. I guess we don't have to have such dramatic music again. But this is too happy. We need something in between. I guess this is fine. Suddenly, there lied a map next to the page. When the queen had a page in her hand, she could make another page that was related to the book. Okay. She knew that in the book is a map, and so she could make it? Okay. Yes, but I am trying to keep it a secret. You already knew because I saw that you were attacking the weak spot. So, the king probably told you, said the queen. She looked at the map. She looked worried. You can go, she said, and turned away from Riz. Riz nodded and left the room. She came home to Annie and Eric. Riz, you're back! She heard when she opened the door. What happened there? Asked Eric. She was surprised that Eric actually cared. They let me go. Thanks to me, the queen was able to get a map from the book of the chosen ones, she said. Eric twitched. I have no idea how the queen was able to make the map from the page, but that's just magic. It's magic, okay? Are you translating Clive? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's very difficult. What? He said. He looked at Riz, and after a while he went in a different room. Annie and Riz looked at each other. I will talk to him, said Riz. She went into the room where Eric was. Hello? She called. Eric turned around quickly. What else was happening there? Where is the map? Where does it lead? What's wrong with you? Well, no, like, what's up with you? No, the queen looked really worried after she looked at the map. I saw that it leads to the Empire Imesit? Something like that. To the Empire Imetist? Eric looked really worried. Okay, listen. In that empire, I was there. It's such a powerful empire. If Earthis gets to it, we will all lose. And if once he puts us in his army, he will be unstoppable, he said. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn. Well, what can we do? Did the queen send anybody there? I don't think so. I have a feeling she knows that we will not catch up to them. What? So she will just let them do it? She will just let them die? Let them, lose? Eric got angry. He turned around and started leaving. Well, what do you wanna do? Yelled Riz. Eric looked back at her. I will stop them myself. But only the chosen ones can do that. Eric stopped. Yeah, the chosen ones. And he left. Riz was confused about that answer, but she didn't care. She didn't care enough to worry, I guess. That was a very short chapter. That was chapter 6. Okay. Okay. Chapter 7. Give me a chance. What did he say? Asked Annie when Riz came back. He wants to beat Eretis' army, she said. Annie stuttered. What? Alone? Well, I guess so. What do I know? We don't have to worry about him. But he will hurt himself. Well, and? Annie started being really worried about Eric. Why is he risking so much? If it was possible, the queen would send somebody a long time ago, but she knows they cannot stop them. Only the chosen ones can. Please go with him. But why? So that I get killed? No, because they will win otherwise, said Annie and pointed her finger towards Eretis' castle. Riz sighed. Okay. I guess we would die in the battle anyway. Annie smiled. Thank you, she said. It was getting dark. Riz sneakily went after Eric. It was weird. She thought they were going... what? Give me a second. How do I translate this? Okay, give me a second. Weird. She realized that they were going completely different path than Artis's army. Suddenly, Eric got lost. Oh, Eris lost Eric from her sight. She looked around, but she couldn't see him anywhere. She came out from her hiding place behind a big rock, and she went further down the road. Okay, this is difficult. Okay. She got to a turnaround when suddenly, in front of her neck, flew a sword. She got frightened and jumped to the side. It was Eric. It's okay, you're doing great, thank you! I'm doing my best, but it's really difficult. You again? He said and put his sword back. Annie asked me to go with you. Eric sighed. I don't need somebody to look after me. He turned around and continued in his way. Riss went with him. They got to the top of a hill where they wanted to camp for the night. Oh boy! Oh wow! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you so much for the dono! Thank you so much for the dono, Zierlin, I hope I'm pronouncing your name okay. I'm enjoying your story reading so much more than the manga recaps I usually listen to while at work. Your live translation is very impressive. Thank you! Thank you! I really appreciate that. I'm a little bit worried that me, sometimes getting a bit stuck might, make the experience less enjoyable, but I'm happy you guys are enjoying it anyway. Thank you. It's really nice of you. And I need to blow my nose again. Okay. They got on the top of a hill where they wanted to spend the night. The wood around them was wet and they could not light it on fire. This is useless, said Eric when he gave up on making the fire. He got up and sat on a fallen tree on the edge of the hill. Riss looked at a wet pile of a bunch of twigs. Sticks. She moved closer to them and stretched her arm. I'll try something, she said, and she started moving her hand. Eric was confused. He was looking at her. The twigs lit on fire. Riss looked back at Eric and smiled. Eric looked down. Your coat is on fire. Your coat is on fire. Riss looked down and saw her fabric of her coat being on fire. No! She yelled and started jumping. She took off her coat and started stomping on it. She stopped the fire. Relieved, she sat next to Eric. She looked at him. He was smiling at her. From his expression, she could see as if he was laughing at her, even though he was not saying anything. Riz laughed a little bit. A little while, they were just sitting there quietly, looking at the stars. "I'm sorry if I'm a bother," she said. "Nah, it's okay. Annie told me to go. Yeah, she is very good at talking people into stuff. Especially if she looks at you with her big blue eyes." They said together. They looked at each other and they laughed. "She's a brave girl," said Riz. "Sometimes a little bit too much. Back then, when she pulled me out of the battle, she could die. She doesn't want you to get hurt." Eric smiled at Riz. For a long time, I have not seen her smile. Until you showed up. And when you were hanging down the tree." "You saw that?" "Yeah." He laughed. Riz lightly punched him. They were talking a little while longer. "We should go to bed," said Riz. And she went towards the fire. They both lied down on the floor, on the ground. Both of them on the opposite side, and they fell asleep. Oh, they're so cute! Oh, they're so cute! No, is it lagging? We might be lagging. OBS is in the red zone again. No, not in this part. They are getting to know each other. What do I do? Oh boy. We should be maybe okay? Are we? No. What's happening? Oh, sorry. Excuse me. The sound isn't lagging, but the picture is. Oh, at least that, I guess, but... Video lags, but audio is okay. That's strange. Are we okay now? Should I do something? I don't know what to do. You think it's good again? Now it's in the orange zone. Which is, I guess, fine. Oh, now it's in the green zone again. Okay, we should be back. Did you hear everything? Do I need to reread anything? This part was very cute. Damn, I'm actually writing pretty okay, I feel like. I mean, the story is gonna get very confusing. I know, after a little while, but I mean, so far so good. The part where Riz got into the castle was very confusing, but yeah, that's okay. All good? Okay. So they fell asleep. The next day, they got woken up by the sunshine. The fire was already gone, and it was only a little bit of smoke was coming from it. Riz got up and rubbed her tired eyes. "Come on, we gotta go," said Eric, who woke up a little bit earlier. Riz yawned and put her bag on her back. Put her bag on the bag, on her back. Hit the bug again where YouTube just ends the stream and had to reload it? What the heck? That's such a weird lag. They went through a thick forest. Eric's shortcut was a lot shorter and faster. Okay. Weird sentence. Hey, Riz, he called. Riz looked at him. Yeah? Come here. She went towards him. On the ground there was a big bush of blueberries and raspberries. Riz got so hungry. Riz started drooling. I'm so hungry, I don't even know when was the last time that I ate. They both started eating the fruit. Once they were both full, they continued on their way. I took a few for the road, said Riz, and showed her pocket full of raspberries. Suddenly they both heard loud steps somewhere near them. There it is, said Eric. Come on, we will go around through here, he said, and they went a different way. But one of the one of the soldiers noticed them and went after them. Riz and Eric were climbing a huge rock, so they can make their way even a little bit shorter. Eric already climbed up, and Riz was right behind him. Watch out! Called Eric. Riz looked behind her. The soldier shot an arrow at her. Riz got startled and her leg slipped. The arrow was aiming right towards her, and she was falling? Okay. Hi, Backpack! A little weirdly written, but she's gonna get shot and she's falling. Oh, I know what happens here. Okay. Chapter 8. The Chosen Ones. Can you guess who the Chosen Ones are gonna be? The two Chosen Ones? Huh? Who could it be? Well, let's see. Eric jumped down. He stretched his arm towards the arrow. Around him, a blue wave. Around him, a blue wave got made. He made a blue wave that broke the arrow and pushed the soldier from the rock. Riz managed to grab onto a piece of in the rock. Wow, this would be so cool if I could translate it correctly. Riz managed to catch onto something. Let's see. They both climbed back up the rock. Fufu is here in the room and is making me nervous. It's Eric and Riz. It's Eric with an E. But I keep calling him like Eric. So they both climbed back up the rock. Are you okay? He asked with a heavy breath. Iris looked at him, confused. You can use magic? She said loudly. Eric sighed. He turned around and started slowly leaving. Iris got up. Wait a second. Does it mean that we are the chosen ones? Eric nodded his head. I didn't want you to be the other chosen one. So I tried to hide it, and I was hoping that the magic will, like, go away or something. Iris didn't know what to say. She did not expect that. But then she thought that Aratis will attack the Empire. Oh, that's Eric talking. But then when you said that Aratis will attack the Empire, I knew that I will have to do something. I didn't want to lose my home, my friends, and Annie. Iris stood next to him. But that means we have a chance to win. I know that I am not the best partner, but we both can fight, and we can use magic. You cannot rewrite the destiny. You cannot rewrite destiny. Eric looked at her. Then let's go. Oh, then let's go. He said confident and smiled a little bit. We'll be there soon. We changed it to Eric. It is Eric now then, I guess. They continued on their way. They got to a dirt road that was going around a forest. That way led them to a small town. They were looking at the small houses and the buildings around them. We should not no. We should not slow down, let's say. We should not slow down too much, said Eric. He looked at one of the shops. To be more specific, specifically a shop with weapons. But, I mean, I could use a new sword. He pulled out his old, cracked sword. Well, okay, said Triss, and they went inside. Inside, everything was nice and clean. Around were hanging all kinds of weapons, all shiny and new. On the edge of the room, there stood a guy with dark brown hair, with a smile on his face. Eric smiled back at him and started looking at the swords. There were all kinds of them. A golden one with red details, a silver one short with white stripe. Eric liked a one light silver, long with light blue. How do you call the part of the sword that you like grab? Let's say with light blue details. Okay. Light silver sword with light blue details. Nice. Sounds very pretty. I see that he is not holding that kind of sword in that drawing, but handle, I guess? Maybe. He grabbed him from the shelf and started looking at it. To test it, he swooshed the sword. It was very light, but very strong at the same time. He looked at Riz, who was looking at bows. Do you like any of them? He asked. Nah, I like my old one, said Riz. Her bow that she had from... No, I like my old one, said Riz. Her bow that she had from the time that she fought in Ares's army. He had a white color with 2 blue stripes on each end. That's the bow she's holding! A white bow with blue ends. Yay! It is it. But Eric is not... Is he not gonna buy the sword? Is it gonna be too expensive? How do you call the rope on a bow? Cord?
Cord.
Cord? Okay. The cord was black and very strong, so it could shoot really fast. Eric wanted to buy his new sword. Amazing choice. The guy smiled. That will be 10 golden coins. Okay. But okay, so you're telling me that when Riz wanted to have a meal, when Riz wanted to eat something at a pub, that cost 5 golden coins. And so the price for a wonderful new sword is the same price as 2 meals in a pub. That's some expensive food, I must say. That will be 10 golden coins. Eric stuttered when he realized that he doesn't have any money. Riz threw a little bag on the cash register, on the register. Riz threw a little bag with money on the register when she saw Eric's expression. It's exactly enough, she said and looked at Eric. I call tourist trap average pub in Prague. What meal was it? I think they wanted to scam her. It was a scam, definitely. It's exactly enough, she said and looked at Eric. He looked back at her and smiled. Thank you. Oh, thank you, said the guy. Thank you too, said Eric. But he didn't know what name to use. Mark. You can call me Mark. You have it pretty big here, said Riz. This is all my shop with... No. Is this all your shop with weapons? She asked. No, not at all. This is a part... Oh, This part is my brother's, Sten. I, on the other hand, do potions right next to here. I'm just here instead of my brother for a little while. He went somewhere, I don't know. And on the top floor, we have rooms, said Mark. Do you need to sleep over? No, we need to go, said Eric. He went towards the door. The door suddenly opened. There was a about 28-year-old man with light brown hair, long to his neck and dark eyes. On his face there was a little bit of... he had a small beard. Yeah, he had a small beard. And... oh boy. And you could smell... and he was smelly from alcohol. He's stinky. Alcoholic. Mark frowned. Oh, hi, Stan. He said, not very happily. Let's go, said Eric. And him and Riz went outside. Riz looked back for a little while at Stan. He looked back at her too, with disgusting look. They left. Eric put his new sword behind his back. Thank you for paying for me, he thanked. Riz nodded and she smiled. But you could see that she was worrying about Mark. With Stan, he couldn't have it easy. Eric felt the same. They came back on the road. It was a very short way from here. After about 4 hours, they saw a beautiful empire. Around, a waterfall was flowing. There were beautiful flowers, and butterflies were flying around them. People were laughing. They probably had no idea that Retis was about to attack. Eric! They heard somebody yelling behind them. They both turned around and they saw a red-headed girl with brown eyes that was quickly approaching them. I drew her too. I remember that I drew her too. Oh, damn it. I think all of these characters that I drew were in the folder that my parents threw away. Oh, I'm so sad about that. They saw a red-headed girl with brown eyes that was quickly approaching them. Oh, hi, Kate, said Eric. Riz was looking at him, a little confused. Oh, do you remember how I said that I already was here before? Back then, I was 14 and I got lost. I was hurt and Kate helped me. Kate smiled at Eric and... Oh, Kate looked at Eric and Riz. And... what do you two have here? She smiled at them. Eric looked at Riz. Oh! And what do we have here? She smirked. Eric looked at Riz. Oh no, we are not. Eric just didn't know how to answer. We're partners, said Riz and smiled. We need to talk to the leader, said Eric. Well, come with me. Kate turned around and walked towards the center of the empire. Riz looked at Eric and he just shrugged his shoulders. They went after Kate. They went inside a bigger building. They went through a hall towards the leader. On a little table near a wall, there were lying 4 little bags with money. Well, that could come in handy, thought Riz, when they walked around them. Sneakily, she... Oh my god, she's stealing! She's stealing! She carefully stretched her arm towards the bags. What are you doing? Yelled Eric at her. Oh, nothing, nothing, she said, and she put her arm back. They continued, and Riz sneakily stole 2 of the little bags. Not all 4, but at least the 2. He will thank me later. Yeah, poor boy has no monies. She said to herself and ran back after them. Your Highness, they bowed. Welcome, said the leader. Leader? How should I call her? She's not a queen. She's a ruler? Ruler of the empire. I guess that sounds right. Your Highness, they all bowed. Welcome, said the ruler called Lear. I'm guessing that all you didn't come here just to say hello. We came here to warn you. After a little while, the army of King Aratis will come here, said Eric. Lear... Lear... How do I say this? Lear... stopped? Lear twitched a little? Well, so what is she doing here? She pointed at Riz. Her uniform. That's the uniform of Aratis's soldiers. We are the chosen ones, said Riz. Oh, well, I guess the king will want our protective stone. Eric was confused. Every kingdom that has the power of magic has their protective stone. If Aratis gets his hands on it, he will be able to rule over the people of certain stone, of where the kingdom of the stone is. Yeah. Said Riz. Oh, Riz knows that? Oh, so they all have their stones. They are all hidden. Every leader has the stone hidden. What? Sorry. every stone is hidden some... She has the stone. How do I... Ah! Oh, this is still Iris talking. Every stone is hidden somewhere. The leaders, the rulers of the kingdoms hide the stones somewhere. Sorry. Exactly. That means if the army gets here, they cannot find the stone, said the ruler. Ruler. Wow, that's a tongue twister. She turned around towards a wall and she pushed 3 little buttons on the wall. A little shelf appeared with beautiful green stone. You have to hide it quickly before she got oh, she got interrupted by screams coming from outside. They could hear them closer and closer. Go! Yelled Lear. Such a tongue twister. Eric and Riz ran with the stone. Ran away with the stone. Once they got outside, they saw Eretis's army quickly coming there. Quickly getting closer. Yeah. This way, called Eric and ran an opposite way from the army. Oh boy. She goes, ah! Sometimes it gets super difficult to translate stuff. That was the end of chapter 8. So they got the stone, and they gotta hide the stone. Sorry. Okay. Under the bed! Hide! Chapter 9. Chapter 9 is called Too Late. Okay, let's have the more dramatic music again. Chapter 9. Too Late. They were trying to run away before the army could get to them, but they could not make it. They got surrounded by the army. The Empire got surrounded by the army. Damn it, said Eric when he saw it. The soldiers were not paying attention to Eric and Riz. They were more interested in the ruler and what she had. The stone. And the stone that she had. Eric didn't have any good pockets where he could hide the stone. Wow, what cheap pockets! The stone would fall out of all the pockets, so he was just holding it tightly in his hand. He has the stone! This guy! Yelled one of the soldiers who saw the stone. The others started immediately attacking them. Riz tried to fight, but there were too many. Eric had Eric will... Eric didn't know what to do. He was too slow. Riz, catch! He threw the stone towards Riz. She made some space around her and tried to catch the stone. But one of the soldiers pushed her and quickly grabbed the stone instead of her. Riz fell to the ground. And the ground fell under her. She fell into an underground small cave. She's cave diving. Riz! Called Eric. He ran towards her, but he had to fight with the soldiers. I'm okay, she yelled. She got off the ground. Eric was too weak to beat the whole army by himself. But they were, after a little while, they were all gone. They realized he did not have the stone. So they quickly ran back. Did they not see Riz fall into the cave? Okay then. Riz looked around her. She looked in front of her on the wall. She saw a stone disc. She went closer so she could see it better. 4 elements: water, fire, earth and air. Every single one has their ruler. She started reading. Wait a second. Queen Alamy is the master of wind. Lear is the master of earth, and Ray is master of water, and the master of fire is Artis? Riz got confused. Besides that, they also can use simple magic. But wait. Okay, fine, they use normal magic too, but the king also can use dark magic. How? She didn't understand. Suddenly, she started coughing. She was so deep in the ground, the air was really bad. She didn't know this until now. She started choking. Riz, are you okay? Yelled Eric when he beat the rest of the soldiers that didn't run away. He couldn't hear any answer. Riz, he yelled again. But again, nothing. He grabbed some vines. He grabbed some vines from the trees around them. He tied them together and he made sure that they can hold him. Carefully, he went down the cave. The more he went down, the more he could smell the bad air. He saw Riz lying on the ground, unconscious. Wait, unconscious? But she was breathing? Well, I guess you can breathe when you're unconscious. Yeah, okay. Unconscious, and she was breathing heavily. Okay, I was like... Okay, never mind, you can breathe when you're unconscious. I didn't realize that for a second. Time for CPR. Oh my, oh my. My god, Riz! He ran towards her and he threw her over his shoulders. Stay with me, he said and coughed. with mm, mm, okay. Stay with me, he said, and he coughed. He climbed back up as fast as he could. He went back to the Empire Amethyst, but they are still there, aren't they? I guess, I don't know. Iris started slowly waking up. Eric? She said quietly. Don't worry, we're almost there. After a while, they were there. The ruler Lear saw them and ran towards them. What happened? She yelled. She fell into an underground cave or something. There was some bad air and she... answered Eric. Do you know any magic spell to heal her? I would have to find her in a book. That would take a while, she said. She bent down towards the ground and she put her arms on the grass. Around her palms, suddenly there was a small glow and a small white flower grew. How did you? Eric got confused. Lear didn't say anything and she threw the flower petals into a glass of water. She came to Riz and made her drink the water. I am the... Okay, it's not that dramatic anymore. So let's use the different sound. I am the master of the earth and plants, she said. Riz woke up and sat down. She grabbed her head. Oh, you're okay, said Eric happily. Riz smiled. Where's the stone? Oh, where's the stone? The ruler asked. Riz and Eric looked at each other. No, you did not. Lear got up and took two necklaces from a stone desk behind her. What? Okay. Take these. They will help you with magic. But you should hurry. Your kingdom will be under attack soon. They took them. Eric the blue one and Riz the yellow one. They have them! They have them! You see the necklaces? Oh my god! They have the necklaces in the picture! Also, she said that King Grey was the master of water. I did not say it in the story yet, but King Grey is from the kingdom that sent Eric to Queen Alumi to help. So yeah, I guess I will say that later in the story, but I mean, that's the only other kingdom that we know of in the story, so... Okay. Your quindom? Your kingdom will be soon under attack. They took them. Eric the blue one and Riz the yellow one. Thank you for everything, said Riz. and together with Eric they ran back to the kingdom. They ran fast, but they could not make it. They were too slow. We can teleport. Teleport? Is that how you say it in English? I guess.
Teleport.
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 Okay. Wah, wah, wah. They were running fast, but they could not make it. They were too slow. We can teleport, said Eric. They grabbed his necklace and in a zoom, he disappeared. He appeared at the hill where him and Riz spent the night before. Riz was right behind him. They heard screaming and screaming and shots. Or like boom. And I lost. Where am I? I'm lost. They heard screaming and shots with every boom. How the heck do you say this? With every boom. Eric's steps were getting faster and faster. But then the bang, I guess, banging. They heard the loudest bang. They ran closer and they saw that their kingdom was destroyed and everything was on fire. Eric! They heard from the distance. Annie! Called Eric. Riz was too slow. She could not catch up to him. Eric ran towards their house, or at least to whatever was left of it. He started looking through the broken pieces of the building, and then he saw Annie. She was lying there on the ground. She was covered in blood. Annie, no, no, no. He yelled, and he was about to cry. He grabbed her and pulled her on his lap. She was not breathing. She was dead. Ooh. He started crying. He was sobbing and he was holding his little Annie tightly in his arms. After a little while, Riz finally caught up. When she saw what happened, and then she saw what happened, she put her hands in front of her mouth. She was shocked and she started crying. Annie, she said quietly. Eric slowly put her down on the ground. Slowly he got up. He turned around at Riz. That's your fault, he said. Riz looked at him confused. Why? She asked. You should have catched the stone, or like pay attention more. I don't know. This would not have happened. He yelled and he smacked his hand in front of Riz. She saw the tears in his eyes. He was full of rage. "You should go," he said, and he fell down on the floor, back to Annie. "Eric, she said quietly. She did a few steps back, and then she started running, with tears flowing down her face. Annie is dead. That's why she was there. She was there for the character growth. So they lost the kingdom, everybody is dead. Or who is not dead, is part of the army now. Yay! I hate when people be like that. You should have this and that. No shit, Sherlock. I mean, he just lost his sister and he doesn't want to blame it on himself, so he's blaming it on the other person, on Riz, you know? It makes sense. No, he doesn't want to admit that it might be his fault. He should have had better pockets. He should have hid the stone better or something. That was the end of chapter 9. Oh, I know what happens now. At least a little bit of what happens now. Something about Lucas. Who's your favorite character so far? Who's your favorite character? I am very much simping for Lucas. You know, he's so evil. He's such a you know. I love how he's just like messing with Riz and how they just like hate each other. We should have used magic. Yeah, they can't really do that yet. They don't really know how. But yeah, they should have tried maybe. I don't know. Riz is your favorite. Yay! You know, I think reading it, I think she's actually written pretty well. You know? I mean, she's strong and it makes sense why she's strong, and she has her flaws and she has her strengths, and it's not like she cannot do anything wrong. She did a bunch of stuff wrong. She's not strong all the time and she has her worries and stuff. She is a nice character, I think. I think old me, well, young me, I guess. Little me did a pretty, well, okay job. Disney. I'm actually better than Disney. No, wait, 12-year-old Mai wrote better characters than today's billionaire companies. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, if this was like a kids show, I would watch the heck out of this. Yeah. Ah. It's very cliche, but I feel like, you know, it's cliche and it works. But it works, you know. I feel like if it was an anime, nah, nobody would watch that. But if it was like a kids show, something like, you know, Ninjago was, I would eat it and leave no crumbs. Yay! Damn, we've been streaming for 3 hours? We are on page 40. Chapter 10. How much more there is to the story? Boom, boom, boom. A lot. Wow. I was writing a lot. I really liked this story. It ends on... We are exactly in the middle. It has 80 pages. Sadly, I never finished it, you know. I didn't really know how to continue the story. I had no plan for how the story is gonna end. I was just going with the flow. I was just going with the flow. Perfect for 2 streams. So should we leave it here and read the rest some other time? I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much freaking fun. I don't know. It's super duper cliche. Stuff doesn't make sense, you know. But it's fun. It's still very fun. Yay! Okay, then. So. I guess we will leave the rest of the story for next time. We are exactly in the middle. We got a few more chapters to go. And maybe we can even figure out like how the story would end. But I know I like introduced a bunch of new characters and I didn't really know what to do and like so yeah, it doesn't have a satisfying end, but it's okay. The cliffhanger! Of course we gotta stop on the cliffhanger. Everybody's dead. Annie is dead. You know, Riz and Eric started fighting again because Eric is blaming her because he doesn't want to blame her himself. Yeah. Okay. This was so fun. Oh my god, this was such a fun stream. I have so many stories we can actually read. Some other ones once we finish with this one, you know. Yeah, okay. So, I don't know when our next story reading is gonna be, cause next week we are gonna be doing horror week. I could do a morning reading stream, but I don't know how many of you guys can watch streams in the morning. Maybe if it wasn't like at like 11 a.m. as we usually do our morning streams, but if it was like at around like 3 p.m, you know, and then in the evening we would do some horror games. Maybe. That could be nice, maybe. We'll see. How free are you guys? Like, when is the best streaming time for you? Of course it sucks because we are all in different time zones. But like these evening streams, these streams that I do are at 8 p.m. for me. Are they like... I don't know. I don't think we can really figure out a best time, but I guess somebody is gonna have to watch the VOD. No, nobody is live. Nobody is live, really. My oh my. Okay then. So no raid today. Nobody is leaving. Nobody's leaving. Well. My stomach hurts. I'm very hungry. Oh boy. I had 1 hot dog for dinner. And I'm very hungry. I'm gonna go grab some food. Thank you so much for being here with me today, everybody. I really appreciate that. And I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun. For the next stream, I will try to dig up some of the old art I was talking about. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for being here with me today, everybody. I really appreciate it. And as always, if it's also night for you, then I wish you good night. And if it's not, then I wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you all tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow, you ask? I don't know. Let me check. Tomorrow we have 2 streams tomorrow. In the morning we are gonna be making a silly song together. Fun, very, very fun. And then in the evening I will be making a bingo card for you to play of my silly sounds. So I will see you then. Bye bye everybody. Good night. Bye bye. Wow 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 wow.